Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a special event here this offseason in Tranquility. It's your Season 10 free agent showcase. I am Mr. Yeti. Joining me tonight, we have Dexatron. How are you doing, Dex?
I am doing great, Yeti. I'm happy to be in the booth with you tonight for this free agent showcase. I've been looking forward to this ever since it was announced, and I'm finally happy that the day has come that we're going to be watching all these free agents here in the respective tiers duke it out and just show off why they deserve to be in Tranquility here.
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun. The teams tonight are made up of a mix of free agents and some fills from the community. We'll be highlighting the free agents tonight who are still looking for teams in Season 10. Season 10 is just around the corner. We are on a wait list right now for all of our tiers. But if you are still interested in signing up and getting on that wait list, join our Discord, !Discord in the chat. If you're just a free agent looking for a team or you want to participate in Tranquility, but you don't have a team yet, go ahead and head on over, post your free agent profile in the Discord and look for opportunities there. There's lots of teams still hunting for those final pieces as we get closer and closer to Season 10, which is just right around the corner, Dex. It's going to be a historic one. It's the biggest season we've ever had. We've already got 32 teams in Discord tier. We're on our way there in Harmony tier potentially. It's pretty crazy. We got a big season coming up.
Yeah, a lot of teams, and hell, you didn't even talk about one or the final tier. I believe I'm thinking there's three
Transcendence
tiers.
tier. Yes.
Yeah,
No.
but yeah, but you were talking about before this that we're not going to be seeing a normal kind of series go out. There's going to be players swapping around a lot, and you talked that we're going to be seeing, or it's going to be played like an old scrim basically.
Yeah.
What does that kind of mean, just for everyone watching that doesn't necessarily know what that means?
Yeah, so everybody has it easy these days because they have scrim code. Makes it real easy to run scrims. Back in my day, back when I was actively pushing this game and hard progressing through gold, but still, back when I was playing this game, back when I was running scrims, you had to actually run a competitive lobby. Then you had to go back to the lobby, swap sides, and then run it back again so you could get all the maps, so everybody would get a full opportunity to pull. You didn't have stats on the screens. You didn't have any of that stuff. You didn't have the free teleport from the spawn or anything like that. It's the way it used to be. So we'll be cutting in between rounds back to us here, and we'll be swapping sides. We'll be getting teams in. But for the format tonight, we have 2 maps for each tier. We're going to start in Harmony tier, we'll go to Discord tier next, and then Transcendence tier will wrap us up at the end of the night here. 2 maps in each, starting with Nepal, and then we'll go to Shambhala Monastery for Harmony tier before we shift over to our next crew of maps in Discord tier, where they'll go Busan, Rialto, then we have Lijiang Tower and Route 66 for your final maps. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fun night, guys. We got a lot of Overwatch to watch, so it's going to be a good one, Dex.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be a great night here. Like you said before this was going on, this is mostly a fun night. Yeah, a lot of these players that are, not fills and are truly free agents are going to be showing off their stuff. But at the same time, this is just, like you said, a fun night. 2 maps, or for each tier, 6 maps in total. For those 2 maps, or for all those maps that have 3 points of those control maps, we're going to see all 3 of them. So it's going to be a lot of different playstyles we see throughout the night. Also, Shambhala Monastery being that second map that we will see here. Still the newest map in the game at the moment. A map that I have not even played a lot just because of how infrequent I actually get to see it.
Absolutely. It's a fun map, and it's a really exciting one. I'm excited to get to Shambhala. It is a map that we didn't get the opportunity to put in our season pool just because of when it released. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of hoping it'll end up being on our opening season map pool. We don't rig these things, but if I could rig it, I would rig it because it'd be a lot of fun to get a new map in there. But at the same time, it is exciting to see that map here tonight. We'll get an opportunity to see our Harmony tier players go at it. But Nepal is honestly one of my favorite maps in the actual game itself. I do love watching Nepal. It is a very, very fun map, and I love all 3 points on this map because they're all very unique and different. You have some maps that are more about kind of rushing to it and holding the kind of elevated point. Then you have obviously the big pit in Sanctuary, or not in Sanctuary, pardon me, in Sanctum. So lots of fun on this map. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, especially on this map right here, you have that pit right next to spawn that you always try to see players go for. As you can see the teams here, you already see a couple players that if you've been watching last season, you know who they are. you've seen them around. They are definitely the fills for tonight. I see Bethcon over there. Everyone knows how I feel about her. But she's on the Mercy right now for that red team.
She is, yes. She's on the Mercy. She's playing some support today. She's actually playing for a new team this season, the Colorado Carbon, joining the Harmony tier coming in this season. But kicking off this fight, we have a few kills going through. We're going to pay close attention to one of our free agents here, and that's Impact. Impact is a player who has played in Tranquility before on the tank role. They are on the tank right now, rocking the Orisa, coming up in this matchup here and looking like a great start on that Orisa here.
Yeah, great start for the red team here. Able to cap point first here. Impact, I feel like, was very smart there. Fell back to regroup with their team after their team had lost that team fight, so not to stagger too much here. Now that their whole team's really back together here, looks like they're going to try to go back around through this small room right now. It's a little bit of an Orisa duel right now between Jay and Impact right now. Each kind of just trying to poke out damage, both doing that spinning jab in there to block as much as they can. We already see Impact go gold, and they immediately go after Jimbo there. They're looking for more. They're able to get some more there with the help from their teammates, of your teammate and Dispel, able to take out Jay and King there.
Absolutely great play there from Impact, leading the charge there, getting a nice spear to kind of enable the team to get that push in and get that point flip here at 36%. So nice play there overall from Impact to get the ball going, but 37% there for the red side here. Not a bad start as well. We have Sky picking up the early kill on the King Tanners. Sky bringing in a new team this season in Pride in the Harmony tier as well. So another team to pay close attention to as we go on. Impact coming in with that Terra Surge, finding two. What a play. What an aggressive play by Impact.
An aggressive play by Impact, but it was all based off of what their team was doing there. They were being very aggressive themselves. They're kind of going into this room right here that we're watching teammate be in and just push this red team back towards their own spawn. And that's why you saw Impact there able to, wheel in 3 members of that red team. They're able to, I believe, confirm 2 kills with it and then pick up a third shortly after it.
Exactly right. And paying another close attention to another. We have Bowsy coming in here, community moderator. He's filling in tonight, although he did say he would still play on a team if it fit his schedule, so they can't rule out the Bowsy on a team here. Sky getting in a battle with Bethcon here. Bethcon trying to find the kill, and she does with that Valkyrie up. Big kill there for Bethcon, taking out the Soldier 76. But here goes Impact on the Orisa, making an impact right now. But a Terra Surge now from JJ, trying to even the score out here, and it's huge, finding 2. So JJ with a big play there, standing out in his free agent showcase.
Yeah, JJ able to find 2 kills with that Terror Surge there, even with teammate, dropping the beat for his own team to give his team a whole lot of shields. He just said screw those shields and went straight for 2 kills and got him. And now look at it, the rest of their team starting to pick up the slack here. Bowsy, King, and Jimbo able to pick up 3 kills. They're trying to get rid of Alayla here, and Bowsy able to do that right now for red to retake it after blue had it there for almost 90%.
Bowsy making a big impact on the far right here. Do you want to highlight our other free agent in the lobby right now that is your teammate on support for the blue side, coming in on the Lucio? Picked up a few kills early on in a fight back there again. Again, watching Impact though pushing in, but teammate on the Lucio helping lead the charge. Experienced IGL player, has been playing in Tranquility since Season 2, Dexatron. That's pretty crazy.
That's a long time. That's way before I even knew about what Tranquility even was. He's been here. He's been around Tranquility for a long time now, but now we're starting to see this red team do the same thing that the blue team did after they cap point. Try to force this blue team to not get around the point at the moment. Red team only really has that high noon from Tanners right now, but you really can't do it with this in the position they're in right now.
Absolutely right now. Ooh, Impact pushing in, getting very aggressive. Another spear in, has a Terra Surge in hand, so looking to get impactful here, but it's a Layla with the Pulse Bomb and Sky with the Tac Visor that's going to separate it here for get that point flip here, it looks like potentially for the blue team. But that being said, Jay with another nice Terra Surge kill, finding Dispel, so support down, but Impact now getting those big kills. They're going to get a point flip, but we're going to probably see a touch here late round here by Bethcon.
Yeah, Bethcon swapping over to Lucio there. Looks like there is some more help from their teammates. And here comes the high noon there from Tanners. They're looking for anyone. Impact trying just to block out all the damage. No kills come from their high noon, so successful play there by Impact, but they do end up falling there to that barrage from Bowsy. But the rest of the kill feed is lighting up that blue color right now. Sky here trying to take care of Bethcon. The the Kasuni Rush comes out there from Jimbo late, but that was just a last-ditch effort there. The blue team will take the first point here, and just an overall good performance from everyone. But like you said, you were highlighting Impact there a lot in that first one. It seemed like they were always making a bunch of good plays and a bunch of early. They were finding early picks out in almost every fight, it seemed.
Yeah, absolutely. They were making a big impact, no pun intended. Again, I'm not trying to make these puns, but they're happening. But Impact is doing a really good job at creating a lot of space. And kind of the big thing with Orisa right now, Orisa is just so strong. She just doesn't die. You cycle your cooldowns really well. You know, even with the health nerf on her, she is still so powerful in these brawl situations. We see JJ now going over to the Ramattra. Now, Ramattra did get a little bit of a boon because of the Orisa nerf, and obviously Hog being nerfed into absolute oblivion. That definitely helps Ramattra a little bit here. But that being said, you know, yeah, Orisa is still very strong, and Impact's doing a really good job right now on that tank.
Yeah, but look at it already. King coming out, finding Alea out here, and Red Team just wants to try to control this point right now. Jay already going into that second mode there for Ramattra here a little bit early, but able to get out and but does do what they need to do there, just try to force everyone back from that blue team. It does seem like it has, where King able to find a second pick there on Dispel. That will give this red team here the first cap. And if you look at the ultimate charge right now, King already above 60% right now.
Yeah, that Nemesis form is very, very frightening to deal with when you're approaching a choke. You have to play it very cautiously in those scenarios, and that just didn't work out for the blue team there. Once they had that early pick onto a Layla, they could just take control, and JJ can just control that space with that Nemesis form. Makes it really hard for the team to engage, but a great pick from Sky. It's going to kick this one off here for the blue side.
Yeah, and getting rid of Tanners early, that's been the person who's been doing a lot of the killing for that red team, is exactly what they need to do here. But now it's a good brawl on point, but Balzi able to take care of teammate there. That's not the person you wanted to see fall first here for that blue side. Tyre, though, coming out from Sky, they're going to be looking to find anyone with it. They are able to find Balzi with it. Impact comes right back in and finds Yo and Jimbo. And now the rest of that red team actually kind of falling off point other than JJ on this Ramattra right now. But they are in that Nemesis form, I believe it's called. Trying to do as much as they can, but teammate coming back into the fight takes care of Bethcon and takes care of JJ.
You know, you love to see a Lucio player get in and mix it up with the damage. It's a big thing. A lot of support players, especially at these lower levels, they don't realize necessarily how to properly weave in their damaging abilities and actually get in and brawl with the rest of their team, not just sit there and heal. Now, it's obviously a lot easier on Lucio because you don't have to target anything. You just kind of walk around and heal. But at the same time, you know, you have to be effective on that damage. What separates the good Lucios from the great Lucios is knowing when to properly engage and help your team out.
Yeah, you know, I always say, if you want to be a good support and get damage, you have to remember the 5 Ds of dodge. Well, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. If you really want to do as much damage as you can on a support, while also doing what supports are. And here, Sky, though, finds an early pick out. Ramattra does here pop his ultimate, trying to get as much damage as they possibly can, but the Tyre coming out here from Sky after picking up 2 kills with their mines. They're trying to find anyone. They take care of JJ there, who is still ulting there. That will pretty much end this team fight, and probably by the next time we see red coming in this one, it will be the scoreboard will be in blue's advantage here.
Absolutely. Now, when they pop Annihilation, it's such a dangerous ultimate because of the fact that it does not stop until everybody's outside of the duration of the radius of the ultimate for 3 seconds, and it's really hard to it's really easy to abuse that on these control point maps, to where you can really cause a lot of havoc. But going down there through that bomb was huge. And here's the Kitsune Rush.
Kitsune Rush with that Terror Surge coming out there from Impact. No kills come from it initially, but the Terror Surge now coming out from Yo Jimbo on the red team to get their team boosted into this fight. They want to retake point here. We do see the echo of Balzi duplicate into Orisa themselves here, but Alea comes in, finds 1-2 with that Death Blossom, able to get Balzi out of that duplicate form before they use their own Terror Surge. This keeps this blue team alive right now, but King Nanners able to find one. Dispel, though, comes right back and takes care of King. Now this blue team just needs to clean up these last couple members of this red team right now. Balzi gets taken out there by that bear trap from Sky, and now just the last remaining stragglers. But from this point out for this red team, it's just going to be trying to touch that point, maybe find a kill, and hope your team can get back in time.
JJ switching over to the Winston to try to get back to point quickly, but the point has been claimed here by the blue side. A very strong push there overall from the blue team, doing a great job taking this one here. And again, we are watching close those free agents on that blue side, that's Impact and your teammate, just kind of seeing how they're handling it. I think all three of the free agents are playing well, but I think they're all standing out in their different ways. But I think right now, both Impact and teammate are certainly standing out.
Yeah, Impact's doing exactly what the tank needs to do here in Overwatch 2. You take up a lot of space, just take up a lot of damage, be a little bit of a bullet sponge, and rely on your team or on your supports to heal you right back up. Your teammate and Dispel there were doing a great job of it. You even saw a teammate fell early in a fight, came right back in and picked up 2 quick kills once he got back into the fight after his respawn, or after their respawn there, and just made a huge impact on their team there.
No question about it. I have to agree there. Coming into this one here, we do see the Mei out from Skye and the Symmetra as well. So we're getting a little bit brawly. We get some Junker Queen on the table here. JJ mixing it up, bringing in the JQ on this one. But it's Bowsy with the other Junk, and that's the Junk Rat coming in here with a couple of kills as well.
Yeah, Junkrat pretty much just picking up right where they left off. It's not the same Junkrat as last round, but Junkrat overall just still being very strong so far. Aleo, though, trying to just get as much as they can with that Symmetra beam, but Bowsy takes him out. No more Immortality Field left for the blue team as well. Impact, though, able to withstand through almost, it seems, the entirety of that red team shooting at them. A lot of help, though, coming from the supports right there. We're on Skye here trying to take care of Bethcon. They're able to do that. Now they're going after the second support of Jimbo. They get them too. Now they're looking for a 3-piece here on to the Junkrat of Bowsy. They are chasing them down, and they're gonna be able to get them there with 70 health left to go.
Skye right there making an absolute statement on the Mei. Very impressive play. Now watching again, we're seeing kind of the difference here. Impact has been staying on this Orisa the whole way through. JJ mixing it up now, trying to showcase some different things. Junker Queen in a really tough spot right now in this current meta. Not necessarily a very strong pick, but you're trying to showcase your stuff. You got to try to showcase as much versatility as possible. So I definitely don't fault them there.
Yeah, but that tire from Bowsy finds 2. Your teammate tried to pop down that Immortality Field. They're just a little bit late, though. The wall also comes out from a Layla there. That's a sort of a wasted ult at the moment, but my feeling is they use it. They might potentially be swapping off of Symmetra here at the moment. And yes, they are doing that. Alayla going to the Tracer now, and red team retakes the point and retakes the lead. They still have both their support ultimates in the bag, and JJ close to the Junker Queen ult.
Right, absolutely. Coming into this fight, though, Impact popping that Fortify to try to stay alive here. JJ very close to Rampage. Is going to be a huge ultimate coming up in this fight, but Blizzard is now in play.
Blizzard's in play. It freezes 1, make it 2, and your teammate picks up a triple kill of their own there. They're going for 4, but Alayla takes it away from them, and Skye picks up the 5th one there for a team kill. A nice overall, just a nice retake there from that blue team. The red team used both their support ultimates in that fight. JJ got their ultimate late in that fight, but at that point I just don't think they saw the opportunity to really find any sort of use out of it.
Absolutely. Next fight here coming up with this one, we have ultimates in play for both JJ and King Tanners. That is could be big, but the Terra Surge as well for Impact could blow the whole thing up here if JJ is not able to connect with a strong Rampage. But Rampage still, even despite Junker Queen's positioning, is a very strong ultimate, and that is just unfortunate set of circumstances there.
High Noon coming out from Tanners, but guess what? Impact hits them with a Javelin, canceling that High Noon, so that High Noon nowhere to be found. Impact finds Yojimbo with their Terror Surge and just mows down King Tanners right after that. Now they're going after Skye right now. Another Javelin hit coming out from this free agent.
JJ came in with, got a nice Rampage actually, connected with 4 of blue team, but unfortunately just they got blown up almost immediately by that great Terra Surge that kind of, and also ending, of course, with that spear on that High Noon, or on that Deadeye. That was very, very big from Impact to kind of stop that ultimate and get the point turning in their favor. But here we go now. Red team on the last gasp.
Bowsy has to pop that barrage here. They're able to take care of Impact. That's a huge kill for them, and they're able to retake the point. JJ now getting that boost there from Bethcon on that Mercy, able to put in a lot of damage. King Tanner's able to take care of Dispel there. Now Red is going to be able to kind of stabilize here on point for a moment, but it's going to pretty much be an overtime fight from here on out, in my opinion.
Definitely seems to be the case here. Looks like an overtime fight right now for both teams, but Beth does have that Valkyrie here, Valkyrie and Pulse Bomb in play right now. We're looking to see if Layla can connect here on some backliners, trying to perhaps find Beth here and get that taken care of. If they can find Jimbo, that'd be big too. Not going to happen. Whiffs on the Pulse Bomb. We see Blizzard now in from Sky, kind of setting the table here for the blue team, but red team is hanging tight.
Yeah, and JJ able to take care of your teammate, and both supports out for this blue team right now, and 1 DPS. Impact only really has a Layla to help him, but a Layla's gone as well, just up to Impact, but they did not have a lot of HP to go with them there, and red team will end up taking this final point here on Nepal.
Absolutely fantastic work there from the red side. JJ came up big with the Orisa swap at the end to get everything enabled for the red team to take that last point. All the free agents stood out definitely for sure. You know, Impact obviously was fantastic on the Orisa there. Saw a lot of versatility from JJ coming in, and obviously your teammates Lucio was a menace as you would expect. So it was a lot of fun seeing that, and we got to see some fun little Overwatch. These are a lot of players. We're seeing a lot of people that we've seen for a long time here in Tranquility, which is really cool. We get the opportunity to see some players who've been around forever. You know, Bethcon been around since season 2. Obviously, your teammate been around since season 2. Alayla, I believe season 3 was their first season. So, or actually, no, they were around season 2. So again, just an impressive lineup there of Tranquility veterans all the way through. But we have one more map coming up for Harmony tier here, and that is going to be the map that I know we were both very excited to see here tonight, and that was Shambhala Monastery.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot of experience on this map and really watching it either. So I don't necessarily know what the type of like meta is for this map, what your picks are going to be, who's really good on this map, what characters are, you know, a little bit struggling on this map. But I do know that first point, a lot like I believe it's Circuit Royale, does have a very long sight line that does kind of lean into snipers a little bit.
Absolutely. It does tend to lean in, especially early on, it leans a lot into those strong hit scan characters. I would expect to potentially see a Sojourn here. I would also potentially expect to see a Widowmaker in play from your DPS. Also for tanks, you can kind of play a lot of, I mean, Orisa is still very strong, but Sigma can be very good on this map as well. So we do see coming out, it looks like red side is going to be on with JJ on the Orisa, and then going over to the blue side, it looks like Impact going to be bringing out the Sigma, so we're getting a different look there. We do see Widowmaker in play, Sky for the blue side. She's going to the Widowmaker, and Alayla as well on the Ashe, so kind of a double sniper look right now from the blue side. Red side going a little bit more aggro. They have that Far Mercy going in with the Orisa and Cassidy. So kind of a different look here. Two teams kind of playing a very different style. So it should be exciting to see kind of who comes out on top. Oh, we see a Hanzo switch actually right at the end there for Bowsy.
Yeah, you know, I like the players that are on teams right now. You kind of see that they're, you know, kind of going into these fun picks here. They're gonna allow these free agents here to kind of showcase their stuff right now. But Impact already coming out early here, finds Yojimbo there with a boulder. Those are the type of kills I'd like to see coming out from a Sigma player, just because I'd like to say someone got rocked to death.
Absolutely, you get absolutely rocked, and that is just a fun thing to say as a caster. There are not very many opportunities to say things like that. You gotta love it, especially when you mean it in a literal sense. It's not very often you get to do that. Nonetheless, Sky sitting here on this Widowmaker now, getting a lot of damage in, but just has not found a whole lot of success otherwise. But Yojimbo, on the other hand, proving they are the real sniper, taking out 3 with a couple headshots mixed in there. Yojimbo on the prowl. That's 4 for Yojimbo, the GM of Strix, who, while they aren't a free agent, will certainly be an impactful player this season in Harmony tier.
Yeah, and Bowsy taking that 5th kill away, not allowing Yojimbo to have the solo team kill. A little bit of disrespect coming out there from Bowsy. But red team handily pushing this card here. Very, very close to this first point. Sky does expect a player to be there from the red team, and they did spot Bowsy. Yeah, Bowsy, though, already does have that pulse bomb ready to go right now. Does get that grenade stuck to him, has to recall. Recalls right into Sky, but now it's just a little bit of a fight here. Let's just see who can actually hit a shot first, and it's Bowsy there. Bethcon takes care of Alayla. Your teammate, though, able to find Tanner's. Impact comes in and finds Bowsy, so evens it out here for the moment. Here comes the Transcendence now from your teammate. That's going to keep Impact alive in this team fight right now, and as well as the other blue team members around. Impact able to punch Yojimbo to death there, and we're seeing JJ use that javelin spin there to help them out a lot, but they eventually end up falling there by the hand of Impact with some help there from teammate.
You know, I think JJ definitely tried to extend and push in as far as they could, but in the end, you know, when you're pushing in on the Orisa, you can only do so much. You stay alive, you create space, which is exactly what they did. But unfortunately, if nobody's dying, nobody's dying. You know, and it's, you know, DPS diff, I guess. Bowsy, you're great. You're great, too.
He's lying. But you see JJ come right back in because they have that Terror Surge ready to go, and they only find that Immortality Field. Impact, though, comes right back with their own Graviton Flux there, finds one with its Sky. Alayla and teammate continue to pick up members of that red team. Yojimbo there pops his ultimate only for himself, though, as the rest of his team at that moment had sadly died.
Yojimbo, perhaps a shenanigan or two is in place there for him, and actually switches over to that Zenyatta now, so changing it up a little bit. Gonna throw some balls here on Shambali, which you got to respect the play here. It is a Monk's Temple, so of course going over to the Monk, you know, it just to make sense if you ask me. But now last opportunity for red team here, more than likely to push. We see an aggressive push in now from JJ, and there's Deadeye from both Cassidy's, with Sky finding one and Tanner's finding nothing.
Yeah, but look, Sky finds Bethcon, those supports. Alayla finds Bowsy. This is already looking good for the blue team. Teammate does find Tanner's. JJ, though, able to find teammate right back after that. But when it's a 4v1, it's going to be very difficult for that one to beat those four.
Absolutely, but now if you pay close attention here, there was enough time on the clock here for the red side to get up to the cart one more time. So they will have another opportunity to get there. JJ going to be swapping over to the Winston. Get some verticality so they can try to get that high ground cleared out, which is not a bad idea here on this map. And we're watching very closely with Bowsy with that pulse bomb, looking to make an impact here and try to pick off somebody here with a big stick. Not able to connect though.
Yeah, but you know who is able to connect? Alayla there finds Tanner's out into overtime right now. DPS gone for that red team. Bethcon gone as well, as Impact picks them up. Now they're just trying to get rid of Yojimbo, who they do there, and they finally get rid of JJ, and that will be it for this first round here on Shambali. It will opportunity to push next here.
Now, once again, we are doing old school scrim style. So this is for people who have done scrims before the scrim code was a thing, where you actually have to leave lobby. You have to leave lobby and then swap over. We couldn't use scrim code because we didn't want all the damage numbers cluttering the screen. So that kind of messes with our UI. It looks kind of sloppy. We didn't really want to do that. So in the end, we have to go with old school scrims. So they're going back to the lobby. They're going to swap in, and I think they're almost ready. If I'm not, yeah, they're back in already. Great. It's fast. It's easy. It's not that hard to do. It's just an annoying step that you don't have to do anymore because scrim code is awesome.
Yeah, but now coming back into this one, you see the teams have swapped sides here. Red team was blue team last round. Blue team is now red team. But you know, we saw the blue team, who is now red team, on the defense side there, really, once they got that cart all the way pushed up very, very close to that first point there, it seemed like it got into their favor or their advantage, especially because it's such a long walk for the pushing team to get back to that cart if you get stopped just before the point.
Absolutely. It's definitely a long walk for sure. If you get that first point is so tough to take because of that high ground on point A. It's so challenging to break through that because of that verticality that the defense has. It makes the other points feel very challenging. It's really just a tough map to attack on in general because of the verticality of the defense on this map. So it can be very, very tough, very defensive oriented here, but offensively oriented is Impact here on the Winston.
Yeah, I like what they're doing there. They went after Bowsy there on the Junkrat. They were trying to go after Dispel there, just weren't able to get that jump there to land perfectly, but Tanner's able to take care of Impact there right now. Blue team still pushing this card up a little bit. However, without their tank, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them. Dispel finds Jimbo. That should help him out. Dispel, though, continues to just pick up members of that blue team, finds Tanner's, but they still have to deal with one support and one tank here.
And JJ and Sigma is so tough to just get off of this card here. We see JJ in a battle with Sky right now, trying to stay alive. Sky gonna get healed up, and they're gonna finally take down JJ. JJ able to stall for quite a long time on the cart. That's the effectiveness of Sigma on this map. You can really establish a presence on that cart for a very long time and make it a tough thing to push through. Plus, you can also enable some of your DPS really easily here, kind of playing that slow style that works so well with Sigma.
Yeah, and look, this blue team is allowing the red team here to push this car up to where basically they got stopped in their own push right now, because it makes it very difficult for the pushing team to really capture it. And Bowsy picking up Sky early is a great pick, even before a team fight really breaks out here. JJ, though, meeting up with the cart right now to contest it, is getting peppered with some damage there from the back from Alayla, who dives in, but looks like the recall out because they are low on health. Very close to that pulse bomb, but JJ still doing a great job kind of holding that cart by himself right now with some help from his teammates.
No question about it. Now holding the cart beautifully right there. We see Pulse Bomb in from Alayla, and finding King Tanner's, not a stick, but nonetheless effective. Great biotic grenade there from Bethcon. Gonna break JJ low, but JJ hanging in there. Some great heals. Sorry, that was a biotic grenade from your teammate, not Bethcon. But great heals from both teammate and Jimbo. Keep JJ up and alive, and we see lots of ultimates coming up now for Blue.
Yeah, lots of ultimates. Basically, the entire team's going to have their ultimates here soon. However, red team, if they're going to have 3 ultimates coming into this one, so blue team has a huge advantage going into these next couple team fights. And, less than 90 seconds to go, the red team needs to find a couple early picks if they want to have potentially, or if they want to have these team fights or potentially have the team fight go their way.
No doubt about it here. Tired now from Bowsy. Layla taking the tracer out of it. So great tire early on here. Might honestly lock this up, but here comes the Nano Boosted Monkey.
Nano Boosted Monkey finds one. They do have that Primal Rage ready to go, but they want to try to get as much damage as they possibly can. They're going after Jimbo there. They almost get him down, but he pops that Transcendence to keep himself in this one. Sky finds Bethcon. This is a huge pick from him. Dispel finds Bowsy. This is starting to look good for the red team right now, but Jimbo going after Dispel. Sky, though, is able to find Jimbo after they took care of their own teammate, and they find JJ as well. Teammate able to take care of Tanner's there, and that will give this red team the first point here on Shambali.
Red team there getting the push through that they needed, and that was great play there, specifically from the DPS, kind of getting that going, but your teammate coming up big with a couple of plays of their own. So great standout plays there from red side. Impact definitely strong on this Winston, has been a real menace for the back line of the blue team here. JJ nonetheless been very solid on this Sigma so far, really holding their ground nicely. They still have that Gravitic Flux in hand, though. I'd like to see them get that out here early in this fight and take control in this very tough to push through point.
My feeling is they're waiting for Dispel to potentially use the Transcendence here before they use that Graphitic Flux here, or wait for teammate to be out of the fight like they are now. But JJ ends up falling to Sky, who's been kind of all over the place recently, finding a lot of kills for the team. But Impact now able to find Bethcon. No supports left for Tanner's at the moment as they get taken out, and this red team now has a decent amount of time here to push this cart as far as they can before blue team gets back out to re-engage.
Blue team will get an opportunity to stop this one before the point B is in play. But that being said, great start from the red side, getting through this very challenging corridor to kind of push through here. But Jimbo is going to get the early kill for blue, taking down Alayla. I would like to see JJ get this ultimate out the door here and get it in play. You got to bait out that Transcendence eventually. They're going to use the ultimate, but not able to connect with anything. But they do get Dispel's ultimate out of the way.
They do get it out of the way. They also get Sky to pop their duplicate here, but Bowsy takes care of that. So there won't be no Graphitic Flux coming out from the red team, but Impact able to find Jimbo, and teammate takes care of that tire from Bowsy. That's huge, and Sky goes in, finds Tanners as well. Jay trying to do all they can here.
Nice rock.
On point, but they're getting peppered from a lot of people. Yeah, like you said, that rock there, able to take care of Sky. However, it's the rest of that red team taking care of the members of blue team and teammate there with the final blow onto JJ there for the red team to cap the second point.
You know, JJ stood their ground as long as they possibly could. They picked off the flyer with the rock, which is something that you love to see a Sigma do. That's a great shot there from him to get that to happen. But that being said, just too much right now. Sky and Impact for the red side, just kind of leading the charge here as JJ swaps over to the Orisa now.
Yeah, it seems like the Orisa has been the pick that we're seeing a lot of the tanks go with when they just want to try to regain some positioning or just regain some ground here. But Impact on this Winston has been showing off really good right now. But Bowsy on the bash now, able to shoot Sky out of the sky. Tanner's able to take care of Impact as they landed there, and now that might force a little bit of a fallback here from this red team. It does look like they're just going to try to regroup.
No doubt here we go. Red team going to get an opportunity to regroup with 1:30 on the clock. Probably enough time for 2 pushes, you have to figure, is what we've been looking at here. But 2 support ultimates right now for the blue side means it's going to be tough, especially on this fight, to push through. Sky's flipping over to that Genji, so trying to get a blade up before the next fight here for sure. You got to figure for the blue side right now, probably looking to take this one. See Nano Boost now in onto JJ, who's getting aggressive with it, pushing through. Had to fall back, unfortunately, so not able to capitalize on that ultimate fully. Nice spear onto Impact, pushing them into a corner, but not able to follow up. And a big biotic grenade, though, from your teammate is going to result in JJ getting absolutely dropped there. But we see Jimbo finding Layla, so Jimbo standing out right now on this Zenyatta so far.
Yeah, and look, we also see Impact here swap over to the Sigma as well. Bowsy, though, in a good spot right now, just try to take care of them. But we start to see Jimbo just kick Impact away from the cart right there. And now it's up to Dispel here. Looks like they're going to try to fall back with as much as they possibly can. We do see Alea there try to pepper in some damage before they recall themselves. But 33 seconds left to go. Dispel falls. That's not what you want to see as this red team, but they're going to come back into this next engagement with 4 ultimates. The blue team, however, if Beth can get a nano up here, they'll have the same amount.
It's going to be tough for Beth to get the nano in time here, especially with Nano Blade staring them right in the face here from teammate Sky. You got to figure that is very much in play right now, that Nano Blade. Impact also very close to that Gravitic Flux. And here comes the Blade. It is nano boosted as well. Sky grabbing one there, finding Beth early. Jimbo trying to fend off the Genji, but the Ninja takes them down. And right now, blue side pushing through quickly. Red
Yeah,
side.
but Bowsy able to find one. Tanners comes right back in with a second, make it a third. Impact here with a huge Graviton Flux to keep them in this fight. Takes care of 2 members of that blue team, and now they have to try to stall on this card as long as they possibly can. It's just them and Sky and Alayla at the moment, but Impact actually able to take care of Bowsy there. Yo, Jimbo is able to take care of Impact, though. Spawn advantage is on that blue side right now. Sky trying to do their best just to play leapfrog on this card right now, just try to avoid all the damage. We do see Dispel swapping over to that Lucio get back, but they fall just before I even say anything about them there. But now it's back up to Alayla. They're doing their best here on this Tracer as teammate comes back on the Kuriko, eventually falls. Alayla finally bites the bullet, and Impact gets there a little bit too late, but like I said, a little bit too late, and that will end the round there for Shambali Monastery.
That was a fun round to watch for sure. The team with Impact, Sky, Alayla, teammate, and Dispel definitely seemed to have control overall. But great performances again from all of the free agents here, Impact, teammate, and JJ. Remember, guys, if you are looking to fill some spots on your team, great opportunity to pick those 3 up. They will be looking for a team coming up here in Tranquility Season 10. Coming up here very shortly, we do have our Discord tier coming up next on the Free Agent Showcase. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned. More Overwatch just around the corner. Welcome back, everybody, to the free agent showcase here for season 10 in Tranquility. Once again, I am Mr. Yeti, and Dexatron joining me here for this exciting night. Tons of fun so far, Dex, with our Harmony tier, but we move on to what a lot of people call our flagship tier here in Tranquility, and that is our Discord tier.
Yeah, Discord tier here. You were talking about it a little bit here. Almost everyone in this showcase here is a free agent minus 3 players. Once we get into the game, I'm going to ask you probably to say who those 3 players who are not the players trying out. But until then, again, 2 maps. Again, like we saw with the Harmony tier, we will be going to Busan first. Remember, we are going to be playing all 3 points here on Busan to start off.
Absolutely. Busan, the first map again. Tried to pick some maps where we get some composition versatility. Busan definitely can bring that to the table. Obviously, the meta tends to be a little bit Orisa dominated right now. And taking a look here, we do see Orisa's coming out for both the tanks. Again, both of these tanks, free agents, Goober and Rage here in the Discord tier, both looking for teams. So we'll be paying a close attention to that matchup. We got a lot of very well-known Tranquility names here as free agents too. Nighthawk 17, Shadow Fear, both been around for a long time. Null as well on DPS, very strong DPS player out looking for a team. And Bubba Wyatt as well, who was a Harmony tier standout last season for F972. Really getting now in there in Discord tier, looking to make an impact on this DPS role in the next level of competition.
Yeah, you always like to see players move up tiers. Right now, that's exactly what Bubba is doing here to start. But it's kind of a neutral fight here to start off until Null and Bubba make their presence known and find kills. Try, though, comes right back and finds Shadow out, but Null continues to pick up kills here. Make it 3 for them. And Goober able to take care of Snop there for the team kill and the point cap for blue team.
Strong start there for the blue team, taking that one early here. Goober creating a lot of space on this Orisa, looking very strong in the matchup with Rage at this moment in time, but obviously still a lot of matchup to play. We see Sign Up on that Tracer. Going to be a person to watch here, not necessarily a free agent, but they are definitely a standout player here, looking to make an impact this season in season 10. We'll be watching that pulse bomb slowly. Very low is Rage, and they will be taken down there with some extra damage from Shadow Fear coming in on that Ana.
Yeah, and Bubba Wyatt here on a good off angle on that high ground there. As you see that red team fall back, Nighthawk falls there late from a nice railgun shot there by Null. And now you see blue team here kind of fall back to regroup at the point.
Goober now very much helping lead the charge, very close to that Terra Surge. We're watching that one closely. Shadow Fear already built up to their nano boost. Shadow Fear has been around Tranquility for a long time, I believe season 2 or 3. Been a long time player here, took a couple seasons off like a lot of people did when Overwatch 1 was dead, but they're back now here for season 2, looking to step in and play some strong support and DPS here in the Discord tier. So we watch them closely, but Null with the huge overclock there, gonna find a few, and you know, they did just nerf that hero for the 4th time straight, right?
Yeah, but there, you know, you still see people use it, so, you know, maybe not being nerfed enough, but the blue team right now is probably the team that needs to be nerfed here a little bit. Yeah. Already up to 80% and counting, and so far only have used 2 ultimates. Well, I believe the red team has only really used 1 and has about gonna have 4 coming into this next one.
Gonna have 4 coming ultimates coming up here. So red team has an opportunity with this Kitsune rush to get in and get going here. We see the blade now in from Bubba Wyatt, trying to get some picks here with the nano boost from Shadow Fear, finding Mago on that support on the Lucio, and that's 3 kills for Bubba Wyatt on that nano blade. Well played there from the blue side.
Yeah, Null takes care of Try there. Now it's up to Snop there on that Tracer, but they do not live longer than I could say their name there. And the blue team here able to 100-0 the red team here on, I believe this is City Center of Busan.
Very, very strong play. Loved what I saw from both Goober and Null there. Really, really strong play. Obviously, Bubba Wyatt as well with that huge blade at the end. But overall, really strong DPS play and tank play. But honestly, the Ana from Shadow Fear was an integral part of the success there. Getting that nano early really enabled the team as they now switch over to the Kiriko for our next spot here on Busan Command Center. Or not Command Center, pardon me.
Mecha base.
Mecha base. Thank you. I have too many maps in my head apparently, but nonetheless, we're watching this one close now. As red team going to be bringing out Rage on the Reinhardt, so we get a Reinhardt duel now. The tank stepping up. Maybe had a little talk. You got to figure planning on this Reinhardt duel. You got to think maybe there was some talk beforehand.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't necessarily know where Ryan is in the meta right now, but I would not think he's necessarily... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he would be anywhere close to it, but each team, you know, a lot of free agents here in this game. Like you said, only 3 of the players here are not free agents. They want to show their... All these players want to show their versatility on a ton of different characters here, so that's why you're probably seeing a lot of people or a lot of players here just immediately swapping something they did not play on that first point of City Center.
Absolutely. Right now, we see Mago is close to that amplification matrix. That is a 30-second amplification matrix. Very quick charge there from Mago on that Baptiste on red side. Going to be able to potentially enable the team to get back into this. Null going to find a couple there. But again, amplification matrix now up, and that is going to get kills for Nighthawk and Mago here. I might be mispronouncing that. I'm sorry if I am there, but obviously fantastic Baptiste that play there to kind of keep the red team in it. And what a charge. Going to take down Null there from Rage.
Yeah, Null was doing a lot of damage up there really by themselves with some help there from Shadowsphere up there. But eventually, you know, after taking care of 3 members of that red team, we finally saw Rage decide to put a stop to it by planting him firmly into a railing there. Red team, though, finally caps the point for the first time this map, and looks like they want to try to hold on to this for a while. Shatter comes out here from Null, catches 2 in it, but Bubble Wyatt's tires able to find Tree. Null comes right back with a high noon onto Mago. Goober finds Rage, pops their own Shatter. Null and Goober wipe out the rest of this red team at the moment for a team kill and a point flip.
I just hear our producer Hippie just saying in my ear, this is unhinged, and I can't disagree more. That was an unhinged moment right there. And Goober didn't necessarily need to use that ultimate, but sometimes it's just about sending the message. You gotta say, as a tank player, you gotta, especially as a Reinhardt, it's about sending a message at times. Rage taken very low, going to be kept alive with that immortality field. The action is fast and furious right now here on Mecha Base.
Speaking of fast and furious, that Kasuni Rush comes out and makes all the players on the field for that team very fast and furious right there. You see Goober swinging that hammer around like it's a wiffle ball bat, taking out people. Potato comes right back to boop Nighthawk off the map. Mago just jumps off the map to regroup with their team, and the blue team finally able to take the lead right here on Mecha Base for the first time.
Aspiring casters, that's what we call a transition, folks, I'm just saying. But anyways, moving on. Big shout out to Dex for picking up on that one. Kind of love it. But moving on here, the action again is very fast, very quick, as you would expect on this brawly map that is Mecha Base. And Sign-Op right now on this Reaper, very close to that Death Blossom. They'll be looking for a kill as Try on the Symmetra here. Use the Sim Barrier just a moment ago. What an Earth Shatter, though, from Goober. Gonna take down Rage and send him off the map. Ooh. What a statement from Goober.
What a play coming out there. Like you said, a statement, just a smart play. He charged Goober to a point where he was able to stay on the map, but knocked Rage off the map. Another team kill coming out here as Null picks up the final 2 members of this red team. Now, red team got a little bit of momentum at the start of this point here, capping point first, but they have really struggled ever since they lost the point, and now 90% and counting. They have really no ultimates at their disposal. Bubble Wyatt pops their tire here early. They're going to be looking for anyone here with it. The high noon now coming out from Null as well, but Bubble Wyatt's tire finds 2. Goober comes in, swinging a hammer, finds 2 right back. Now they're looking for the final member of Snop here, and it's a 5v1, and Goober is able to get Snop here after he wow, I was just gonna try to say something scientific there, but
yeah, we got there. It's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're red team, though. You are pretty much out of it. They have the teleporter up to try to get back. Rage is able to get back to the point very briefly, but they're going to be taken down as red team not able to complete that. A great map there early on. I'm going to point this out. Even though red team lost that one, I got to give credit where credit's due. Mago on that Baptiste, that very quick amplification matrix. That is a very, very tough thing at times to get up and get going. A lot of Baptistes tend to struggle with getting that that amplification matrix up early, but that's a skill that a lot of higher end Baptistes do really well, and that was a very strong play there from Mago on the Baptiste. But all in all right there, again, we saw kind of the ego check from both tanks there, and Goober just ended up winning that ego check, it seems like there. Really, really strong play overall. But I'm watching these supports right now. Shadowfear, Nighthawk, and Mago. I think that's going to be a critical thing here. I want to see more from Nighthawk and Mago here as to how they can push through in this final point and try to take this final point here on Busan.
Yeah, a couple of interesting picks also coming out from the blue team as we're on board with Null here on the Widowmaker. This point is probably the one point that you can actually viably use a Widowmaker on here. Rage, though, going to try to take care of Goober here on the Winston. Null just looking for any heads right now, but not find them at the moment. Bubba Wyatt, though, doing a good job just raining in some damage from above. That turret, though, from Tri is going to be causing this red team here, or I mean blue team here, a little bit of problems as it's in a really good spot. And it doesn't seem like anyone on that blue team really wants to, you know, split off from this team fight to go after it at the moment.
No, absolutely not. They're not running off to go check that out here. Blue team does have a bit of a positional advantage right now. We see Potato taking down Tri there on the Torbjorn. So Torbjorn now out, but Synop finds Bubba Wyatt there. So that is going to even the score a little bit, and the point is not yet flipped in either direction as the kills just kind of trade back and forth. But it looks like red team is going to finally start squeezing this through, and they do.
Yeah, able to pick up the point here again for the first time, or second time capping the point first. They were able to get up to 34% last time or somewhere around there before the blue team was able to come back in and just retake the point and never give it back to them. But, you know, they do have some ultimates coming up. Both support ultimates are about to be ready for the red team. However, 2 ultimates ready to go right now for the blue team. One is purely a support ultimate. The other one can be a little bit of a support and a damage ultimate right now, but Rage able to find Goober out early. That's huge. Nighthawk able, or it falls there due to Bubba Wyatt. Potato takes care of that turret, so that turret's out of the equation here for a little bit. But now Bubba here going after the Orisa of Rage. Beat comes out from Potato, hits 3 members of their team, but Bubba and Potato find Snop and Tri, the DPS of the red team right now. Potato falls though to Mago on that Baptiste.
See see a very quick Terra Surge come in from Rage. Not able to connect with anything, but it created some space, and Bubba Wyatt ended up dropping. There goes red team. They just ended up falling apart, or they ended up clutching that out just a little bit at the very end there. Rage doing a fantastic job pulling out of that point.
Yeah, but you see Goober there get the nano. Not necessarily a lot coming from that. No kills. Tri does have that Molten Core ready to go, but Null able to take him out. Tri's turret, though, takes care of Goober there. And red team here looking very strong so far. They still are holding on to that Molten Core because we saw Tri unfortunately fall there before they were probably about to use it. Null, though, picks up a couple kills, finds Snop there. If blue team was looking for their go button, I feel like they should be going right now, but looks like they want to try to regroup right now. Bubba Wyatt and Goober both have their ultimates ready to go.
They have an advantage right now. They do need to press it, and Bubba Wyatt is going to pop that copy here, going to copy the Orisa, but get taken out of that copy almost immediately. Here comes the Terra Surge now from Goober, not able to connect with any kills, but lots of damage put out on a red team there before Goober falls.
Yeah, but that turret from Tri raining in a lot of damage. They do fall to Bubba Wyatt, but Rage does take care of Bubba Wyatt. Potato and Shadow's Fear and Null fall right after that. It'll be a team kill here for the red team, and it'll be their only point taken here on Busan. A really good response there from that red team after what seemed to be a little bit of a struggle on those first 2 points.
Yeah, the first 2 points didn't really go their way, but it seemed like once they got settled in, we saw a lot stronger support play at the very end. Mago on that Baptiste was really outstanding on both the points. We saw them on that, but Nighthawk really stepping it up on that final map, definitely making an impact, helping Rage, kind of enabling Rage a little bit to get going there on that tank, and that definitely helped out the red side, picking up that final point there to make it a 2-1 against them as we head off to our second map now. But again, lots of free agents here with tons of levels of experience. Again, we've already talked about a couple of them. Nighthawk's been in Tranquility for quite a while as well. So been with Strix also last season, part of the season with Steel Team Spuds. So lots of experience from Nighthawk. Again, you have other members of these teams here who have been around for a long time. We talked about Shadowfear. Shadowfear, I believe, season 2 is when they showed up the first time, which is insane for the record. But Shadowfear has been around for quite a while. Bubba Wyatt, I believe this is their 5th season in Tranquility. Null been around since season 7. I mean, you have a ton of Tranquility veterans in here who are still looking for teams. And we have 32 teams in Discord tier this season, Dex. So there's a lot of open spots for these teams for looking for opportunities to get out there and get on a team and participate here in Tranquility Season 10.
Yeah, I feel like all the free agents in this match so far have been able to kind of showcase themselves here a little bit. We've talked about almost everyone on all these teams so far, either popping off or just the good plays they've done so far through that first map there of Busan. Now going here to Rialto. Again, another map I don't feel like we see enough. I really do like this map, and it does lead to a lot of different play styles, in my opinion, depending on what point you're pushing that card on.
Definitely. There's a lot of different styles you can approach this with. On that first point, it can be very tough to get over that bridge. Obviously, Roadhog, when Roadhog around, was an absolute menace on this first point. But now with Roadhog being effectively eliminated from the game, you don't really have that option anymore to play the Roadhog. But Null on the Ashe here. Ashe, again, one of those picks that has always been lingering around A tier for DPS in Overwatch 2. Never really been the absolute must pick like we've seen with Sojourn, obviously, but it's still a very strong DPS pick here. We see both Sign Off and Null rocking the Ashe here.
Yeah, and I like this tank battle we're seeing come out here early. Goober on the Ramattra, Rage on the Orisa. I feel like these are two tanks that are really good going up against each other, especially when it's a push map like this. But Null finds the first kill there onto Snop. Just gonna try to rain in some damage here on this high ground, doing a good job of it. 95% on that railgun. Puts a shot and does land a headshot, but it was unfortunately on to Goober there. That's why they were not able to pick up a kill.
Not able to find that one. Goober just a little too strong on the Ramattra here. Pushing in, is in that Nemesis form right now, throwing hands, if you will. But Bubba Wyatt going to get the pick on to try here. Looking to pick off Mercy, but they cannot. But Bubba Wyatt then finding Rage with another headshot here. Bubba Wyatt using that Sojourn very effectively here. Null gets in there with the Dynamite, able to take down Sign Up. We see very aggressive play right now from the blue team.
Very aggressive play, yeah, indeed, coming out from the blue team. Null was actually nanoed there. That's why they were getting so much damage done there. But, you know, Bubba Wyatt popped off there at the start of that team fight, finding 2 headshot kills with that railgun. Maybe we need to talk about a 5th nerf for Soldier in there.
Maybe.
This red team, though, looks like we're getting a pause here. Does have 3 ultimates ready, almost forward try there. You can kind of see on the blue team right there, they have the overclock for Bubba Wyatt ready to go, and 2 ultimates about to be ready as well. So it's going to be a pretty even ultimate team fight economy coming into this one. That pushing team, I believe the red team does have a little bit of the advantage, but in my opinion, it really comes down to whoever's able to find the first pick kind of gives them a little bit more momentum and advantage in the whole team fight, even with a disadvantage or advantage with ultimates.
Absolutely. I mean, with the current meta as it sits, you know, one shots are just such a predominant thing right now in this current meta. And even with those ultimates in bank, because of the effectiveness of the one shot meta that you're seeing right now, those ultimates really only hold so much weight. This really nice thing about this meta is even if you're down in ultimates, in that kind of ultimate economy, you can still make an impact, and you can still really just take control of a fight with just raw aim talent. Which is a very nice thing to see in many ways. With that being said, I hope the one-shot meta goes away entirely.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much where everyone is in Overwatch right now. Mago popping the Valkyrie out here early. 4 ultimates ready for each side right now. Try popping their overclock Rage. They'll able to find a kill here on the Shadow. Goober comes right back with a kill on the Nighthawk. Try comes right, following that one up with a kill onto Null. Potato, though, finds Rage, who poked a little bit too far out from their team there. Bob coming out as well, finds Mago. Goober takes care of Snop there, throwing some hands. He finds 2 throwing those hands, and that's a great team fight there from both sides. However, a lot of ultimates were used in that engagement, 3 from each side. Each team, though, still does have 1 coming into this next one.
Absolutely. Very, very strong play there from Goober on the Ramattra, but I do like that Terra Surge now coming out for Rage. They will have an opportunity to kind of create a lot of space for their team, and we see Nighthawk getting in there with the teleport. Goober, though, gonna take Nighthawk down, gotten a little too deep there, but red team now able to push through as it looks like Null and Potato both down now. So the kills are starting to finally go in Red's favor, with Rage pushing forward, trying to get some space created here for the Red side.
Yeah, even with that Terror Surge from Rage, not necessarily being what they were probably looking for, it did get a lot of utility out from that blue team, which led to all those kills for the red team. But Bubba Wyatt, though, able to come right back in, find Rage. Now they pop their overclock, find Mago. They're in the air trying to find more right now. Null does spot someone there on that right side. Goober, though, continues just to throw hands, finds Nighthawk. Null and Bubba Wyatt take care of the last two members of this red team. 20 seconds left to go. It's going to be kind of a rush for the red team to get back to the cart.
They will have to rush back, but they're certainly not out of this. They're going to have a Dragon Strike to try to get this fight in their favor. I look for them to go quickly here with Mago kind of helping lead the way with that speed boost here. Rage trying to push the card as quickly as they can. 3 seconds for the touch. They do get a touch in, and Null is going to find the first kill though onto Mago.
Yeah, this is a great start here for the blue side, but Snop comes right back in and finds Null, kind of even stuff out here for the moment, and they find Shadow. They're looking for another one, but they're getting kind of peppered down here by Goober, and Goober able to take him out. And Goober's ultimate, they're able to do a good enough job just forcing that blue or red team off the point there, and they just forget about it, and it ends the round right there for them.
Absolutely, that was a really, really good play there. I loved what I was seeing from Goob on the Ramattra. Very, very strong at, again, the Orisa is such a strong hero, so hard to displace. So a lot of times when you're playing in the Ramattra, you're not really going to try to brawl with the Ramattra, with the Orisa. It's not going to go well. What you end up doing is you try to find targets beyond the Orisa. Because you have the capability of shooting through targets with those punches, you can really get in there and just absolutely mix it up in these brawls, and you can really deal a ton of damage super fast. The Orisa is just in there taking damage because they're also getting punched too. But that's not really your focus. Your focus is just being disruptive, being a menace in these tight spaces, and that's what Ramattra is very effective at. Not to mention everything else, obviously, with the Annihilation ultimate that's super powerful there. I really also I have to highlight this. Really, really liking what I'm seeing from Shadowfear on that support. Has been really enabling their team absolutely nicely, and that's what you love to see from a support player, especially one playing Ana. Ana can be a hero that is, well, it's tough to play right now because of the presence of Kiriko in the game. It can be a challenge to really play that Ana effectively and really get the value out of it, because Biotic Grenade is kind of taken out of the picture. But you see the effective play right now from Shadowfear, and that is something that if you're a team right now, you know, having a great Ana player, you got to figure at times Ana's going to be meta over a 16-week season. You got to love to see what you see there as a potential free agent pickup.
Yeah, you got to. We did see Mago there kind of busting it down while they were waiting for the round to start here. But round officially started now. Null here on the Widowmaker. Going to be looking for that aerial shot. Not able to find it there, but they do spot Snop there on that opposite high ground from them. But they do have a good angle right now if anyone on that blue team does poke their head out a little bit too far. Snop almost got trapped there by the Ramattra of Goober. Goober, though, has to fall back for health here, able to get taken out by a simple punch from Tracer there. Now this red team here going to try to find something here, but the blue team continues to find kills. Rage and Snop picking up 2 more. We'd see Null trying just to find the head there of Try, but Try noticed it and just backed away.
Try playing dangerous games there with the Widowmaker, but coming out ahead so far is Try in that duel. With that being said, Null right now putting a lot of pressure on Nighthawk on that high ground, who's forced to retreat. Right now, Bubba Wyatt is getting on that off angle, which you'd love to see your Sojourn players doing. Pressuring Mago on that high ground, trying to push them down, and they will. Here comes right now Rage on the Orisa, pushing in, takes a sleep dart, and Null getting pressured. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's
clip it. Someone, okay, someone clip that. But back to it. Nighthawk, though, able to find a Bubba Wyatt. We did see Null finally get a headshot kill there, but Nighthawk coming right back, finds 2 kills, finds Goober. And while we talked about it last round, where I was saying, you know, I like to see this Ramattra and Orisa kind of tank fight duel, I don't necessarily think this is how you want to see it. I think you want to see the Ramattra on the defense side, because this Orisa has been just kind of shutting off everything that Goober's been trying to do, and they find 2 kills with their Terror Surge there.
And both
from
supports too.
Yeah, both supports already out. That might force this red team here to fall back a little bit, but Goober kind of already committed to this one, does get a health pack, but is just going to have to try to hide behind some pillars here to keep themselves up here while they wait for the supports to come back.
Huge play right there from Rage on the Orisa. Kind of I mean, that is asserting your dominance right there is what that is. We see an off-angle attack now being arranged by the red side, and it just doesn't pan out. Potato gets absolutely dominated here, and Rage, my God, Rage in there deep on the Orisa, finding a couple of kills off the map. That is 4 kills for Rage in that fight, going on an absolute rampage on the Orisa.
Yeah, Rage absolutely just coming out right now, picking up kill after kill there. I really like that first one there. I believe it was onto Potato with the javelin. It almost looked like those old cartoons where you see the characters just get pulled off of the stage by a cane, because you just saw that Lucio be on the map at one point and then be in the river at the next moment. So kind of funny to come out there. But right now, Rage doing a great job on the Orisa. Snop does have their pulse bomb ready to go, but less than a minute now for this red team. They have 4 ultimates ready to go, 3 ultimates ready for this blue team.
3 ultimates in play here for blue. Goober gonna find the kill. 4 on a try here with this Annihilation. Annihilation, such a powerful ultimate, but it does look like they're able to get spread out quick enough is the blue team. So Annihilation now off the table for Goober. That being said, it did make enough of an impact here as Goober helps lead the way for red team, and it looks like we finally may get a first point take here. We actually might see a point taken here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like, though, that we see Null going up there trying to keep this blue team away from even, thinking about a last-second contest. Rage just absolutely yeeted that javelin over there and hit someone. I don't think they expected that, but they got a hit there. Actually, we do see a late contest come out here, and Rage able to find 1 kill with the Terror Surge here. Wow. This blue team might want to keep this fight going. Null, though, finds Nighthawk, tries Tire, finds Potato, and look at that, they also find Goober. Bubba, though, finds Rage. They just need to push this card a little bit further. Null and Bubba Wyatt taking care of the remaining members of this blue team, kind of putting their team on their back here as the red team finally able to cap that first point, and Bubba Wyatt right there popping that ultimate as they should.
Null coming in big with the 15 HP and a dream moment there at the very end. Bubba Wyatt finding a few kills is exactly what you hope to see from a Pharah in these situations, is those cleanup kills, because you're not the boosted Pharah. You're basically in there on mop-up duty at times, it feels like, when you're playing this unsupported Pharah, but it got the job done, and Bubba Wyatt made the play for the red team to get them that first point take here. But Null now, with that pulse bomb in hand, going to be looking to try to pick off Mago or Nighthawk, you have to figure, on this one here. Mago does have the immortality field in hand, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, try swapping over now to the Soldier to try to deal with that Pharah of Bubba Wyatt. Pulse bomb comes out from Null, does not find anyone, but now we see Goober pop their ultimate. Here comes 2 kills. They're looking for a third. Nighthawk not able to run away from that, and that's another team kill here for the red team. And it won't be a point cap, at least I think, but it might be really close.
Goober with a huge Annihilation there, being sped by Potato. It makes it so hard to really deal with that and kite out that Annihilation. Great job there from Goober.
Nighthawk, though, able to, get one, just dome Bubba Wyatt there, who immediately swaps over to the Soldier, and after that, and they're able to find Goober as well. Nighthawk in here, proving that, this Zenyatta can be very dangerous in the right hands. Mago picking up Potato. It's all the supports right now for this blue team, picking up the kills. You might just think they're DPS players, but no, they're doing damage and healing their team all at the same time.
Nighthawk and Mago stepping up big there in that fight. We're going to see last fight territory right now, but it is going to be enabled by a Kitsune Rush here for Shadowfear. So I look to that Kitsune Rush to kick things off for the red side.
My feeling, you're 100% right. The Kitsune Rush comes out. We immediately see the Transcends come out from the blue team. The beat comes out from Potato. Hits all 5 members of that red team right now. No ultimates ready except Try, who pops their visor. They're looking for anyone. And Rage pops their Terror Surge. Not able to find anyone with that, but does find a lot of damage right now. Bubba Wyatt, though, finds Snop. That's a great pick off from them. Null so close to a pulse bomb. Has it ready. Bubba Wyatt, though, finds a second kill. Rage, though, finds Goober. Shadowfear comes right back and finds Rage. Null picks up Nighthawk, and Bubba Wyatt with the 3rd kill finds Try. Not going to be counted as a team kill, but that will do just enough to get the 2nd point cap.
Huge play there from Bubba Wyatt on the Sojourn.
puts the taunt in, showing his stuff a little bit in this free agent showcase here, not shying away from trying to stand out a bit is Bubba Wyatt right now. But that being said, Red Side has an opportunity now to push through and take this last point here. But that being said, Synop has the Pulse Bomb, which is going to enable Blue Team a little bit. But that Amplification Matrix as well from Mago, I expect to see them put that to good use here. Hopping around with those Exo Boots in hand as well. Synop going in deep, looking for that Pulse Bomb, not needing it as Null just gets dropped by Mago. Again, Mago's Baptiste has been, while the Blue Team may not be necessarily winning on this map, Mago's Baptiste has been an absolute X factor here.
Yeah, it really has been, and there's been a lot of times where I have said that Baptiste is just a DPS a support cosplaying as a DPS here. With how much damage they can do and their ultimate just being a great help to damage as Null comes in, finds Try. Here comes the Terror Surge from Goober, only gets rid of that Immortality Field, but they immediately take care of Mago after that. Now they're looking for Snop, their rage out of this one because Null takes care of them. Snop doing a great job here, just kind of dancing around card to contestant. Null takes care of Nighthawk as well. We will be going into overtime here. This blue team does have 2, 3, almost 4 ultimates ready to go. This red team really only has this Valkyrie, will get the Kasuni Rush ready to go. Null could get the Death Blossom as well in this fight, but Goober already getting incredibly low. Snop here looking for that Pulse Bomb. Not able to stick on anyone, won't find a kill from it. Terror Surge coming out from Rage. Doesn't find anyone. Snop finds Null. Now the Kasuni Rush coming out from Nighthawk here. And they're trying to do as much as they can. Potato actually able to get the res off there on to Null right now. Very scrappy team, but here comes the Death Blossom and finds 1-2, making a 3 kill. 1 there for Null, making it 4. Now they're going for the solo team kill, making a team kill for Null themselves.
Null on his own, carrying the last fight there for the red team, getting the job done. The 3K on the Death Blossom, followed up by a couple of cleanup kills. You can't ask for better in that situation from your DPS, from your Reaper on that last point in overtime. Coming up clutch, that clutch factor is huge. Null standing out big in this free agent showcase.
Yeah, what a way to end it too. If you want to have any sort of like last memories or last things to, show how good of a player you are, Null just dropped the mic essentially and said, watch this. 3 kills with that Death Blossom, finding the last, I believe it was support, and then picking up the Bastion. That was the only member of that blue team left alive to get that solo team kill there. What a way to end it there for Null.
It was a great point there from Null. I was really impressed with a lot of these free agents. To me, one of the standouts, I got to give credit to both tanks. Both tanks look great. Both Rage and Goober had fantastic moments throughout. But Mago was a standout as well. Again, not necessarily getting the map results that the team was looking for, but that Baptiste was extremely effective. In a meta where Baptiste really isn't seeing a lot of play, very strong, very dangerous. You got to love that. And you got to figure a hero like Baptiste won't stay out of the meta very long. You gotta figure it's going to be back at some point soon. But that being said, that is the end of your Discord tier free agent showcase. We're going to move to the Transcendence tier feature showcase here in just a few moments. Stay tuned. We got more Overwatch 2 coming up in just a couple moments. Welcome back, everybody, to our free agent showcase here in Tranquility Season 10 off season. We are, just for the record, for those of you tuning in right now, we are, as it sits, just 1 month away from week 1 in Tranquility Season 10. It is so close. Lock-ins are starting in 5 days. Things are happening. We have preseason in about 3 weeks. Stuff is happening and happening fast. So, especially for me as an administrator this offseason, shit. it's a lot. It's happening really quick. So, but hey, we're ready for it, guys. We couldn't be more excited for this season. It is legitimately our biggest season ever, and it is going to be our best season ever, and I can't say enough about that. But tonight we bring you the top end of Tranquility. That is your Transcendence tier, Dex.
Yeah, we will be heading to, I believe it will be Lijiang Tower here first. Now, throughout, every cast I've ever casted this, I've always said this is a good warm-up map for any game. So seeing this map be here is not necessarily a shock for me.
No, absolutely not. It is a standard. It is a kind of an extremely popular map for people as well. Everybody likes playing this map. It is just one of those maps that seems to almost always end up showing up in your feature matches because everybody likes picking it. It is just a map that everybody enjoys playing. So I kind of love Lijiang. It's got the point variety as well. Probably the best point variety of any of the control maps in the game. It's such a good map, and it's also very pretty.
Yeah. But before this round really gets started here, I know
Sure.
it starts here soon. What players here are the players we're really going to be watching out for as the free agents? Or is this all free agents here?
So we're looking specifically, first and foremost, Slaps right there on the Kiriko as somebody will be watching. Beats as well on the blue team Kiriko, and then Didn't You See Me. Those are the 3 free agents in this one. Obviously, there's some long-standing Tranquility names that you may recognize in different roles. You see Vix playing on the Happy Face hero, which I think I'm just going to call them Vix, but I mean, we can really call them whatever you want. Happy Face, I don't really know, but nonetheless, they get the first kill.
Yeah, and Speedy comes right back, finds Potato right there, and already starting off really good here for that red team. Cam gets that red railgun headshot there on to Didn't You See Me. I mean, if I was Didn't You See Me, I would be asking, did you not see that railgun shot?
Well played, sir. I respect it. Didn't You See Me? Somebody will be watching here closely early on. Didn't You See Me does not have, I believe, really significant amount of Tranquility experience, but they've been around for quite a while. They finished last season on F214 from the Fahrenheit org in Discord tier. They moved up. They hit Masters 4, hit scan player primarily with a little bit of love. I'm sorry, not a hit scan player, flex DPS player primarily with some Mei, Genji, Tracer, Echo, Pharah listed here at the top of their hero pool. Been playing quite a bit, also a console player as well. So a definite player to look for here in Transcendence tier. If you're looking to pick up a flex DPS, somebody to keep an eye on there for sure is Didn't You See Me. But while I was going through that spiel, we saw a lot from Vix and Cam on the red side.
Yeah, Vix putting in a lot of damage. Found 4 kills there. Cam picking up 2, picking up Delphi there as they were coming back into it. But 27-27 right now on the board. Red takes the lead. They're about to have all their ultimates ready to go, while the blue team is about to have 2-3 ultimates ready to go. So red team has a huge advantage here coming into this next engagement. I would imagine we're going to see probably the barrage come out first, potentially. That's what I would at least expect to see.
Yeah, I would expect to see that here too. Not 100% sure, but here we go. It looks like big barrage there from Vix. I shouldn't say big, but that is, whatever. But a Terra Surge now from Laser, going to pop it, not going to connect with anything. But Didn't You See Me going to get another pickup kill here, cleaning up the mess from that Terra Surge.
Someone clipped that kill there from Vix onto themselves, but Didn't You See Me swapping off the Trace here onto the Soldier and able to find a lot of value with that pick or swap immediately. 3 kills going the way. Potato able to res Laser there. Vix, though, continues to pick up kills, but now Cam double kill there with their overclock before Laser takes them out after getting res there. Now they have to get rid of this pharmacy duo in the sky. However, it seems like they're able to get Cam back in this one. They were so focused on the Pharah of Vix, they did not focus on on the Mercy there, rezzing Cam back in this one, and that, I don't know if it turned the fight around, but gave the red team enough momentum to keep the point in their favor. The Kasuni Rush comes out, Speedy able to pick up Potato there, 99%, and the blue team not able to touch there.
Laser got into it there with Cam a little bit, but they forgot about the point, which is an unfortunate thing to do when you're trying to, to take the point here. But I mean, in the end, you got Vix on this red squad, and that is just a solid pickup there. It looks like, did we lose our feed? Oh, we're gonna have to go back to the casters here for just a second as we're trying to get that back up and running. So hang tight here as we're working on getting the feed back up. We do apologize for that. Again, we have 3 free agents in this lobby here. In this lobby here, we have Veets, we have Didn't You See Me, and obviously as well we have Slaps on that other support as well. But it looks like we may have lost one of our producers here, which is unfortunate because we need that. We desperately need that. So I think we are going to take just a very short technical break here. So we'll be back in just a moment here. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the technical issue there. We are back, though, as our producer is no longer, I'm sorry, our observer is no longer dead. So we're back, Dex. We're back.
We're back, but the question is, did they want us back?
Yeah, maybe they just wanted to get this going. Who knows? They've probably been playing more Bobble Party this entire time, which, for what it's worth, I respect it. So we see Vix here on the Far Mercy with Criodario on the Mercy. Cam sitting on this Tracer. Cam, okay, this really quick. I know it's about the free agents, but I have to highlight Cam really quick as he gets killed by Didn't You See Me again, finding a couple kills there. Really, the absolute Pharah counter that is Junkrat, apparently. Criodario looking for. No, that's not going to work. That's just not going to work.
It's not going to work right there. Blue team able to cap point here first, but they still do have the Pharah up here of Vix. Able to take care of Delphi, though. That's a nice kill for them, but they're really on their own. Potato able to finally take care of them there on the Pharah counter of Lucio.
no doubt are there. Very, very open. Here we go, actually. Wrecking Ball now in for Speedy. Now, again, Wrecking Ball, not a hero you very often see, but you also don't see Speedy very often on tank. Normally a DPS player for Amnesia, but filling in on tank here for the event today. But nonetheless, playing that Wrecking Ball, trying to resurrect this hero, which is so firmly dead right now.
He's dead at the moment, but you can always, pump up the tires, get them rolling again.
It's true.
But Laser there picks up Slaps. That is, like you said, one of our free agents we are watching here. I believe it was Don't You See Me and Veets was the other one.
Yeah.
The other two that we are watching here in this one.
Talking a little bit about Slaps here on that Kiriko right now for the red side of the Annihilation in from Laser here, which is, we all know how strong that is. And oh, they just got pooped into the team. You hate to see that if you're a red team there, because right now you were just dealing with an absolute catastrophe right now, as Didn't You See Me is on the cleanup duty on the Cassidy. But really quick, going to Slaps here. Slaps actually just hit Masters 1 today. They've been on a pretty ridiculous climb as of late, using their own words here. Been climbing this whole expansion, actually started this expansion in silver, now moving all the way up into Masters 1. They're saying they're not really planning on holding off. If they hit GM, they hit GM, but if they don't, they'd love to play on a Drink team. So they're here, and this might be the only time you see them in a Tranquility broadcast, and if so, great work, Slaps, but nonetheless, hey, congratulations on hitting GM if you end up doing that here soon.
Yeah, trust me, you're already higher than I've ever been in this game, so nothing to feel bad about. Yeah, I'm bad. But, blue team there absolutely dominated the first point there of Control Center, or the second point of Control Center. Now we go to Night Market here, the final map, a map that we normally see a Symmetra come out on. We saw the blue team have a Symmetra on the last point of Control Center. Delphi was the person running that Symmetra. We see them still sticking with it. Cam now going to Symmetra as well. Don't You See Me going with the Soldier, and we have seen them, find a lot of value with those picks, but we've seen Veets and Slaps basically just stick to these Kiriko picks for the moment.
Yeah. And again, Slaps, brand new to the community this season, looking for a team. Veets, however, very different story. Been around since our first Transcendence tier season. They were around in season 4 with the involvement of our first Transcendence tier season. They were on Second Chance. So they've been around for a very long time. Former Tranquility champion, Tranquility All-Star as well. They've seen a lot here in Tranquility. They're looking for a team this season. They haven't been playing on a team of late here in Trank. They are a former GM level player pre-roll queue, and since roll queue, they did peak at 4,100 back in Overwatch 1. I don't want to say they're washed, because they're far from washed, because I believe they're Masters, they're Masters 4 right now. So I would hardly call them washed. But Veets looking for another opportunity here, coming in on that Kiriko. But that was a Junkrat being a Pharah counter right there.
Yeah, sometimes Junkrat, you just need to boost yourself up, land a grenade shot, and then throw one of those mines up there to get them. But we do see the Pharah get rezzed there back into this fight. Actually, Cam swapping off of the Pharah. It looks like they're going to go now to a Sombra, which is an interesting pick coming out here. Delphi, though, does find Vix, and Vix finds them right back. An interesting kind of trade coming out there from them. Cam, though, does find Don't You See Me. I'm gonna mess up that name so bad. Criadario does find the Mercy there of Potato, and we're seeing this red team just continue to still dominate so far here on Night Market. 2 ultimates, almost all 5 ultimates ready for that red team. 4 ultimates almost ready for the blue team, however.
Press Q and win convention here is the next one, as here comes the Riptire early on from Vix, looking to find a target here. We see the blue team is just going back to spawn because they're scared, and I don't blame them. It's hard not to be. Vix not finding any targets here, however, so we do see now 4v4 and the Ultimates challenge here as Laser and Speedy mixing it up here with those javelin spins, both pushing each other around. Here comes both Terra Surges, neither finding a kill, but Delphi is the one to find a kill there with that kill onto that didn't hurt.
Yeah, both Terror Surge and both Kasuni Rush comes out there from each side, not necessarily leading to any kills. I believe it was a kill each way there. Potato able to get the res back onto Delphi, but Potato loses their life shortly after. Don't You See Me finds one, finds a second one there onto Speedy. They're looking for a third, but Delphi is able to take that away from them. Slap still picks up Delphi right back, but blue team finally able to retake point here. Beats and Don't You See Me pick up the last two members there of red team and get a team kill here for the blue team. And now let's see if the blue team can come back from 9-9 to 0 here.
Absolutely, blue team with the option or the possibility of coming back. Didn't You See Me with the Riptire here? The only ultimate not used in the last fight is that Riptire, and it could be everything needed here to keep the blue team in. Here it goes. Fire in the hole is the call. Didn't You See Me looking for a kill? Finding Slaps here, unable to escape. That Riptire is Slaps. Laser now on this Ramattra trying to lead the charge for the blue team. But with Didn't You See Me getting that one pick there, that's enough to keep red team at bay.
Yeah, that'll force them to fall back a little bit there. If you're like, you saw Laser there, they were definitely on the hunt for that Sombra as well when they were kind of shooting behind their team. Cam did show up there and teleport away once they got noticed. But now blue team just gonna try to hold this choke point right here, but Slaps finds Laser, and that's a huge pick for this red team. The tank already out. Speedy walks straight through that trap set by Don't You See Me. Casino Rush now coming out from Beats. This is just to try to keep their team support through this fight, since Beats does find Slaps to win that Karikal duel, and they find Vix right after that as well with a nice headshots from those kunai.
Absolutely, very, very great pick off there. Potato putting the pressure on as well, but Beats is taken down there by Cam. Sombra being, well, Sombra, very annoying to deal with here, even with the kind of the weakened state in the game that Sombra is experiencing right now. EMP in from Cam is going to enable red team here to get some control. Delphi very low on the outside, trying to get back into it, but not able to do so. As we watch Beats right now, trying to get back in, but not able to do so again with the overclock from Vix. That's going to be a flip for the red team, and they will take this final point here on the on Lijiang Tower, and by score the red team wins.
Red team wins. I think that's the first time we've seen the red team actually win the control map.
That's true.
So far tonight, but it's not about necessarily the teams winning. It's about these free agents throughout the night. Beats, Don't You See Me, and Slaps were the ones we were really focusing on there. Slaps and Beats both really came alive late on that third point there. I kind of thought that they were both kind of struggling a little bit, but once they finally started to get their ultimates and finally started to find a little bit of kills there, you really saw them get more confident. I feel like they finally got settled into the game there as it went on.
Absolutely, they both got settled in very nicely. I do have to give credit to Didn't You See Me. So one thing I will say, moving up can be very intimidating, especially when you're going up against a lobby like this. It's filled with Tranquility All-Stars of today and yesterday, with players like Vix. You have players like Cam, Laser, Speedy, all very experienced Tranquility veterans, All-Stars, champions. But nonetheless, Didn't You See Me didn't back down. This is a Discord tier graduate, as we like to call them, coming up from F214, getting in there, getting in the mix with these players, and doing really quite a great job sticking with these very, very strong DPS players that we've seen absolutely blow away teams in the Transcendence tier before. So you got to give credit where credit's due. When you have a player playing to that level, that's very impressive coming up from Discord tier in an unorganized environment like these free agent showcases are.
Yeah, but now we head to the final map of Route 66. Slaps still going to be sticking with that Karika. We've seen him play this entire series so far. Don't You See Me and Beats, on the other hand, don't know what they're playing yet. Don't You See Me now coming out with the Ashe, a character that you have talked about, is always kind of hanging around those top tiers when we talk about the meta.
No doubt about it. It always seems to be right in play here. Widowmaker right now is... Widowmaker right now for Vix. I mean, Widowmaker is just always impactful on Route 66. If you can get those first early picks, it tends to be just really, really, really strong. And I will say, for the record, again, we're getting that kind of mix between the Ana and the Kiriko. Kiriko tends to counter Ana, but really good Ana players seem to find a way to deal with it nonetheless. So we'll see how Beats can compete here with that Kiriko.
Yeah, and I do like Beats coming out on to the Ana here. Gives all the teams here another look for them to see how good they are on another support than Kiriko here at the moment. But kind of a normal start here on Route 66. The defending team gonna let the pushing team push it up to about the point where they get even with Big Earls. But Speedy actually gonna try to take this duel here with Laser on this Ramattra at the moment. But they're really focusing on those characters still on the high ground at the moment right now.
Absolutely. You got to try to pressure them off the high ground a little bit. That being said, Nemesis form hot by Laser here, trying to create some space for the blue team. It is working out nicely. Didn't You See Me? He's going to find the pickoff here onto Vix, take them out of the picture, but Laser now taken down here as well as a sleep dart onto Cam by Veets. Cam getting disabled there in Big Earls, but it's not going to be enough as blue team is running away with their tail between their legs. Delphi taken down here by Slaps on the Kiriko. Slap, somebody to watch. Again, free agent looking for a team unless they hit GM, which could happen soon. So we'll see what happens here with Slaps.
I mean, up until that kill there by Cam, Slaps had the last 3 kills for their team on Kiriko. Veets does have their nano boost ready to go, but you're going to see no contest coming out here from the blue team. Delphi able to pick up Vix right after the point gets capped, though. Cam, though, finds Laser quickly after it, and now you see Speedy going here after Don't You See Me, or I mean, Didn't You See Me. Dynamite comes out, doesn't land onto anyone there. Did You See Me, though, will have Bob here ready to go, but the nano coming out onto Delphi. It's an interesting thing to see a nano boosted Tracer because they are very fast and the damage coming out from them can be very dangerous, but you just don't see it happen a lot. Speedy, though, does take care of them.
Yeah, the nano boosted Tracer is tough. A lot of times this can be a bit of an ego check for Tracer players. Try to get that nano and see if they can pull it off, and Delphi not able to do so there. Vix getting the better of Didn't You See Me, but Vix is going to be taken down. The Nemesis form now popped by Laser to try to create some space. Criadario has the sound barrier to try to stabilize this out as the Gravitic Flux finds a few from blue team here as red team continues to try to push. As we see Nemesis, as we now see the Ramattra pop the Annihilation. Laser pushing deep into the red team.
Yeah, they're able to find Speedy, but Vix able to find Didn't You See Me right after that kill to kind of even everything out there. The overclock was actually committed there by Cam. Veets does find a sleep there onto that high ground. I believe they found Cam, but Slab's able to Suzu them back up. Cridario finds Potato, Cam finds Veets, and red team just will continue to push this cart up here a little bit if they remember the cart, that is. But you see Vix pick up Laser, and now it just really, I think it's only Delphi around the point right now for that blue team.
Delphi right now, the last hope for the blue team, going to go down as red team continues this push hard through Route 66. Speedy on this high ground here on the Doomfist. Doom was meta for about a week, I think everybody will remember this season, and then the developers remembered that a good Doomfist is not fun for anybody else to deal with, so Doomfist out of the meta very quickly. Slaps again on this Kiriko, getting into it with Potato, gonna take Potato down. Is Slaps on that Kiriko. Slaps finding a second one as well. So Slaps being impactful on this Kiriko as the nano boost comes in on Laser. Dex, it's been a great showing there. Slaps on 3K.
Yeah, you know, I like seeing this. I like seeing a physical or a very in-your-face Kiriko coming out here from Slabs. It has worked very well so far, and those kunai can do a lot of damage, especially if you get headshots. They are very, very scary, and Slabs just showing right now why they've been sticking with Kiriko this entire series right now. But Potato finds Cridario out right now. That might force a little bit of a fallback here from the red team, but the Doomfist of Speedy wants to try to keep this going right now as they go after Laser. Actually, they dive there into the backline. They're able to punch. That is Delphi swapping on to the Soldier now. Gets the... Actually uses their ultimate to find Delphi right after it as well. Cridario finds Laser. Everything really going this red team's way at the moment.
Definitely in control right now. Cam continuing to apply the pressure from the high ground here over on the truck. That is a strong point to be at if you are that Sojourn, and sitting there with an overclock as well is just so dangerous to be staring at right now. If you're the blue team, you are in very, very dire straits right now staring at this red team, and here goes the overclock.
Overclock starts off here, but Slaps started all off with the killing there onto Delphi here at the moment. Potato, though, able to take care of Slaps, get them out for only a brief moment here. Suzu comes out to keep Laser alive. Blue team is picking up some kills here. Didn't you see me able to find Cam there? That will kind of pretty much end this team fight. The 2 members of the red team are sitting there just trying to, you know, take some damage so that they can get healed up there. Slaps now does have their Kasuni Rush ready to go. Vix does find Potato, so, you know, 1 Kasuni Rush out of the equation, 1 still waiting to be used. Didn't you see me, though, able to find Speed there? That's a nice pickup for them as they are trying to pester that red team in their backline on that Tracer.
Absolutely. Laser on the Doomfist right now, trying to get some damage in. Gonna back off here as quick as they can. Laser not able to do a whole lot, unfortunately, in that situation. Cam finds Beats, taking them down. Cam with a 2nd kill now on the Laser, too. Cam making an impact here on this Sojourn. It's really the impact you would expect Cam to seem to make every season here in Tranquility. Has been all-star level, Season 8 MVP, former champion as well. It's just kind of what you come to expect from a player of his caliber.
Yeah, and another thing that happened in that team fight, you saw the blue team use their Kasuni Rush there, but it seemed like everything was going the red team's way, and they still have a Kasuni Rush sitting in their back pocket. Here it comes out for them, and Cam immediately picks up 2 quick kills as those Foxes come out. Speedy, though, picks up Beats there. This is looking great for the red team. Vic still is holding on to their Dragons right now, but Speedy picks up another kill on the Laser. Delphi trying to do their best on this Sombra here. The Suzu comes out from Potato, trying to keep them alive, but Potato falls 2 slaps. Cam finds Delphi out as well. Didn't you see me trying to do their best on the Tracer at the moment, but they eventually get taken out there by Vix. Now, Laser going over to the ball to try to stall out a little bit. Dragons finally come out, but they do not find anyone. However, they do their job of just forcing a Laser play on one side of the car. EMP comes out, finds 4 members of that red team. Didn't you see me able to find Speedy? They're trying to find Slaps there, but Cam and Slaps find Beats and Laser. Potato finds Scuderio. Didn't you see me find Slaps right back? And somehow, blue team here looking to actually stabilize what I thought would stabilize this fight after essentially what I thought was going to be the final fight of this round.
Yeah, absolutely. Great EMP there from Delphi to get that thing going. And then didn't you see me able to get in on the Tracer and finish off some kills? That's exactly what you look for in that situation, in that stagger. They now have 1 fight territory with a pulse bomb in hand, getting close to those proximity mines from Laser as well. So they have ultimates at hand to be able to stop this here, but they are staring down the overclock Cam.
Yeah. Pulse bomb comes out from Didn't You See Me, and not finding anyone with their Beats out early.
Oh, no.
There's gonna be no nano boost potentially built up in this team fight, and Speedy does have that Meteor Strike ready to go. Didn't You See Me, though, trying to take care of Vix here.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate spot there. Speedy just waiting for Delphi. Vix picks up a triple kill here to end this round here for the red team before we swap sides here going into the next one.
What a great showing there from Vix at the very end. Delphi hiding in a corner, not necessarily the look you wanted to go with there, Delphi, but hey, you know, it looked funny on screen. Gotta give you credit there.
It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. But you know, you talked about Slaps a lot. They really did show up in that last 2 points there. But Beats, on the other hand, they did, in my opinion, a really good job on the first point. We weren't really able to talk about a lot because, you know, they won 1 team fight, and then the next time they got back into the team fight, Slaps had pretty much kind of solo carried their team through that last half of that first point. But Beats had built their nano boost about just after that first team fight really ended. They just weren't able to use it on that first point because of Beats able to just pick up Slaps able to pick up a couple or 3 kills to really turn the fight in their team's favor.
No doubt about it. Slaps was insanely impactful on that whole map, and you got to give credit. It's one of the top SR players in the lobby. You would expect that, especially on Kiriko, which is a hero that is just, quite frankly, a little unbalanced right now with how strong that damage can be. But again, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
Again, it's what you expect to see from top end Kirikos, and we did see that there. But I will say, again, I always talk about this with support players. Ana is one of those heroes where you have that in your back pocket. It can be the ultimate tempo fixer for a team. It is just one of those heroes that can always be impactful in almost every single meta. Sometimes it can be a little outpaced by the meta, but at the same time, a well-placed biotic grenade is just sometimes all you need to secure a fight.
and that is it's one of the most impactful characters in the game with the ability with Biotic Grenade and obviously Sleep Dart as well. Kiriko obviously did a lot to take away some of the effectiveness of Ana, but even then you can't figure that Ana won't be effective at some point here in the Tranquility season. So having a player with that great Ana play in your back pocket can be so instrumental to your team's long-term success.
Yeah, but right now, Beats and Slaps both coming out on the Kirikos. We have seen them play a lot. Laser, though, able to take care of Slaps early. That should help this red team push the cart. Didn't you see me, the other free agent we're watching here, coming out on the Mei, and a really interesting pick for me, but if it works out, it works out. Nice charges coming out here from Laser early. Speedy, forgetting that there is some damage from that boulder.
Unfortunate.
Takes himself out there, but didn't you see me? Finds Cam. They find Cradario right out after that, showing that this Mei is very viable right now, and Laser able to charge from that top rope of Vix there.
No, that was very, very strong there. Very, very strong play there. I like Speedy switching over to the Doomfist because the odds of him getting himself killed now are a lot greater and less at the same time in different ways. Not going to explain, just trust me. Speedy getting into the back line there already on the Doomfist, trying to punch back in, get on this Reinhardt. Doomfist, Reinhardt, not necessarily a normal tank battle, but here it is. But the blue team did forget about a very critical thing in Overwatch, and that's the cart.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of jokes that you can make about it at the moment as Beats and Laser pick up 2 kills there on the Speedy and Slaps. You know, 1 support and the tank down for this red team. Make it 1 DPS as well as Potato finds Cam right now. And the pharmacy combo really only left for them. Red team now will be able to push this cart up a little bit. And look at the ultimate economy. Laser already has the Shatter. Didn't you see me? Has their Blizzard. Potato and Beats very close to their ultimates as well. Slaps, though, on the other hand, for the blue team, kind of lagging behind just because they were found out very early so far in every team fight.
Yeah, they have been caught out very early. It's been unfortunate, but even that being said, right now red team is just in a dominant control. Vix popping the barrage here, sound barrier from Potato, try to stabilize out red team here. Delphi taken down, so no more hit scan now for the red team, but the Kiriko rush going to be popped nonetheless to try to turn this fight in their favor. Beats leading the charge here with that Kitsune rush, and it ends up being a good play to start here as Didn't You See Me takes down Speedy, so no tank now for blue team as they continue to apply pressure. Beats, or Didn't You See Me, trying to be the real sniper and take down Vix, and Vix is going to get dropped here by the red team. And as strong as the first 2 points were for blue team, or what was red team, now is blue team, but now, yes, just trust me. As good as the first 2 points, this was even better from Team Laser.
Yeah, and I talked about before that last team fight there. Didn't You See Me had that Blizzard ready to go. They did not have to use it that team fight, so they still have it ready to go. Delphi now has their visor ready to go as well. Slaps almost has their first Kitsune rush ready to go. They do have it finally ready to go. Speedy has about to have their Terror Surge ready to go. I imagine we're going to see a combo come out here from them here. But instead, Speedy gets charged into a wall. However, it's their teammates picking up the kills here. 3 kills going their way. Beats, though, able to take care of Speedy and Slaps right now. But we see Vix continue to pick up kill after kill, picking up the team kill, I think, all by themselves.
Yeah, Vix with a big play there, getting that everything stabilized out there for blue team when red team went ahead and popped that Blizzard. It didn't really matter. Didn't You See Me held on to it just a little too long to be able to stop the rush and onslaught from Vix, as Vix now gets on the flank.
Yeah, Vix on the flank now, but Delphi still holding on to that visor at the moment. Terror Surge now coming out from Speedy. Suju comes out, not a lot of damage coming out there, but a lot going out to Laser. Now the Kitsune rush coming out here from Slaps. Slaps, though, incredibly low at the moment. Same could be said for Beats, but Slaps and Speedy able to take care of Beats and Laser there. Delphi used the visor at some point during that last engagement, but did not find any kills with it. Instead, the blue team, though, has now been able to kind of take a couple team fights in a row here, kind of looking good now after those first 2 points where they really struggled.
Blue team has stabilized out nicely, obviously being led by Vix on that Pharah. Been really able to cause a lot of frustration for red team as they try to push in through these narrow chokes. Potato taken down early here by Cam, so no Lucio now for this Reinhardt. They're really gonna have a hard time doing anything. Nonetheless, they will Earth Shatter, but it's not very effective as Cam comes in with that Death Blossom, and that's just gonna be far too much for red team to deal with here.
Yeah, Laser popped that Earthshatter there. I don't think they found anyone. Death Blossom coming out from Cam finds too, and basically everyone back up for the blue team now after we see Vix there get res. Cradario does have that Valkyrie ready to go here. Laser actually swaps off of the Ryan, now going to the Orisa. Delphi going to a Bastion. Didn't you see me now on the Cassidy as well? I don't know if we mentioned that before. Beats though does have their Kasuni Rush ready to go, so we could see a little bit of a nice speed boost here to initiate this team fight for the red team here at the moment. But Speedy getting incredibly low. Laser able to take him out. Suzu just a little bit late there from Slaps. They teleport now though to Cam. Cam though immediately finds a pick there onto Delphi. Beats though comes right back and finds Cam. And here comes Vix with a barrage, not able to find anyone with it this time as Laser takes him out. High Noon coming out from Didn't You See Me? They're trying to get the rezzing Mercy there, Cradario, but Laser able to take him out. Beats though throwing some hands there on against their Kariko duel of Slaps, able to take him out. Cam though comes right back and finds Didn't You See Me? This card incredibly close to the point right now. Vix though finds Potato. Cam finds Didn't You See Me? Blue team kind of stabilized like we saw the red team stabilize late in their hold, or in their defensive round as well, but Delphi picks up two. However, Beats and Delphi eventually fall, and now blue team has officially kind of stabilized this team fight.
You know, in those stall situations, it can seem hopeless. It was a 1v4, but they got one pick, and those one picks can really start to snowball once defender's advantage starts to take hold and you start being able to get those quicker respawns. It doesn't matter. At a certain point, you will slowly overwhelm the enemy. You always say those clutch moments, you don't want to give up, and you want to try to find a target. Even getting one little pick before you die can be absolutely instrumental.
Kasuni Rush now coming out here from Slaps. Laser incredibly low. Gets taken out there by Cradario. Delphi trying to do their best on that Bastion, but basically the entirety of that blue team takes them out. Cam getting credit for the kill there. Now blue team doing a great job of forcing the red team back into their own spawn. Didn't You See Me though? Able to find Speedy. However, Slaps comes right back with a nice headshot of their own on to the cowboy himself there. Laser though finds Cradario out. Red team wants to continue this team fight. It's a very prolonged team fight. Delphi finds the Bastion there of Vix. The Death Blossom coming out from Cam, I don't necessarily know where it is, but it doesn't find anyone, and it actually looks like Cam almost died there. But the blue team almost forgetting the card for the second time. Terra Surge comes out here from Laser, able to find Slaps there.
Wow.
Blue team has to touch the card, but Speedy just does not hold that W key.
That was a great play there from Laser and Potato to move the cart forward for the red team there to finish that one off. 2 full pulls to end it off there on our Transcendence tier free agent showcase here tonight. Dex, and just like that, 2 hours in and 4 maps down, or 6 maps down.
Six maps down.
Wow.
I mean, and we've seen a lot of our free agents here show off tonight. Vix, Slaps, and Didn't You See Me really did a great job tonight, or in this last round here in the Transcendence tier. Didn't You See Me, you know, played a lot of heroes throughout that last map of Route 66, and I feel like they did really good on almost all of them there. They found a lot of value with that Mei on the first 2 points there. Remember, they didn't use their Blizzard. They built that up basically by the time they capped the first point. They just never needed to use the Blizzard up until that 3rd point.
They really didn't, and it paid off. It looked like it was about to pay off, but then Vix just kind of put on the hard hat and did the dirty work that they needed to get that one stabilized out. But that being said, it was an impressive showing for all of these players. All 3 of them shined at different points. Veets looked fantastic. Obviously, Slaps looked great, as well as Didn't You See Me. Great potential pickups there if you're a Transcendence tier looking for some pickups here as we get ready for Tranquility Season 10, which is just, it's so very close to happening, folks. It is just right around the corner, y'all, and we are also very close now to our preseason tournament. We did announce that off to team leadership here yesterday. Preseason tournament starts on February 13th. That is like 3 weeks away. Let that sink in. Tranquility Season 10. We're just getting ready, guys. It's just the historic season that it will be is just right around the corner. A lot of great free agents here. Just a quick running down upcoming events that we have as well. We also have our Valorant tournament kicking off here this coming weekend on Sunday. On Sunday and Saturday, you should see broadcasts here on this channel. So be sure to tune in for that. Catch some Valorant here, some Tranquility Valorant. Should be a lot of fun as we expand further into other games here in Tranquility Gaming. And then, of course, as well, that's for the next couple weeks. But then right after that, guys, we kick it off. We kick off preseason for season 10. It's coming, Dex. It's coming real fast, man.
I cannot wait for it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a lot of stuff to get started here next month, man.
It's going to be a fun month. It's going to be an exhausting month, but we are here for it, and we are love it. And I'm pretty sure our producer is already exhausted. He just told us he was already exhausted. Nick, as well, on observing, has been dealing with a little PC issue tonight, but nonetheless, he is here and he is exhausted as well. I am sure we made it happen tonight. 6 maps. Thank you again, Hippie and Nick, for producing and observing respectively here tonight. Obviously, my co-caster Dexatron as well. Looking forward to seeing you a lot more in season 10, of course, as well as everybody here who was part of this free agent showcase. All of our fills tonight. We thank you for being a part of this special event. So again, for everybody here in Tranquility, we look forward to seeing you here again real soon. Have a great night.